This is your daily briefing. You're most welcome to it. What a game, what a game, what a game. 3 points, huge points. Everybody played well, even the people that didn't really play that well. And isn't it wonderful to see Manchester City having to go home and have a little think about things. Good for the soul, so they say. But I'll tell you something, make no mistake. What we got here was a Mourinho playbook masterclass from Antonio Conte. Just 29% possession. And to give you a flavour of where I'm going with this, here's an exchange between two fans online. Absolutely genuine, and let me know what you think. One says to the other, if we played like that every week, we get booed off at home. Brilliant win, but on the back foot and couldn't really play due to City pushing us back. Some pinball stuff, and what we did was what we needed to, but let's not kid ourselves, it wasn't pretty. Conte got his tactics spot on, and the other guy says, yep, agree. Maureen tried to get us playing like that at home, and it was beep. So, reaffirm the manner in which Conte had Spurs set up. Just look at the expected goals. Spurs scored 3, but the expected goals was just 1.05. Manchester City had 18 shots, 4 of which were on target. Spurs had just 7 shots, 5 were on target. Just to give you a flavour of the overall tactics, for those of you interested, Conte was obviously set up to attack on a counter, and whilst Pep's pressing strategy saw on occasion 6 players in offensive positions, it was Spurs' ability to break, making just 1 pivot before challenging the City defence that caused all the problems. In simple terms, the match hinged upon the infrequency of Tottenham errors versus City's ability to permeate the Spurs back line. And it's just worth reminding ourselves here that under Mourinho, when it went badly for Jose, it was down inevitably to individual errors from Spurs players. In this game, Manchester City had just 4 shots on target. 1 goal was a penalty and the other was down to a Hugo mishap. Manchester City had 71% of the ball, but like when we played them under Mourinho, we counted on fewer occasions, but we took our chances. My dark concern remains that, as with Jose's occasional eureka moments, can this squad sustain this level of concentration and belief? Because it sure as hell wasn't able to be that case in the past. Will the removal of players unwilling to commit, such as Dele, Ndombele and Lo Celso, plus the addition of Bentancur and Kulusevski, be enough to achieve the appropriate levels of mental strength? Who knows? What we need to acknowledge here is that Harry Kane contributed to 3 of our shots and scored twice. This system desperately needs a second striker who isn't Bergwijn, isn't Moura, for when Kane is either in need of a rest or is injured. Conte said, honestly, this is one of the best group of players I've worked with in my career. I think he might be backtracking on that before the month is out. Once the hysteria has simmered down, we need to ask ourselves if this can be sustained, or would a side playing old-fashioned long balls into our 18-yard area and aching great throw-ins disrupt Conte's playbook? It's got to be something that we have to consider here. The real positive, though, and there is a massive positive, beyond the result, which is only 3 points in a Premier League race, is that Conte will now have seen hope. And this combined with the now very long build-up to demanding more players and better players, the chances of him effectively giving up in the summer, well, they just diminished a little. As I've mentioned previously, to hell with the ENIC modelling. If Spurs could capture the FA Cup this season, then this would surely serve to strengthen the gaffer's resolve to continue his transformative fight at Hotspur way. Perhaps if Daniel Levy, and you know what I'm going to say, had just begun the process of bravely ditching the deadbeat sooner, instead of making the coward's way out and binning Mourinho just 6 days ahead of a cup final, the club could be many millions of pounds better off and much further advanced upon the rebuild that Poch told us about back in May of 2019. So a fantastic win. I'm sorry I haven't got streamers and my underpants over my head, but I really enjoyed it. That's it for the moment. Good luck and keep it Tottenham.